In this video we are going to demonstrate long tail cast on. It's probably one of the most common and popular types of cast on for knitting. It's one of the ones you'll get taught in a beginner knitting class. So for long tail cast on, you start out making a slip knot, which you do by laying your yarn like this, crossing it over, folding it up and making a little pretzel. Then you see your pretzel shape here. You want to pick up the loop on the underside, which would be the one on the left, and pull it up through your needle, and now you have a knot that can be loosened or tightened. So there's your slip knot. That is your first stitch on your long tail cast on. So then you take the yarn that's connected to the ball, put that over the index finger of your left hand. The yarn that's the tail goes over your thumb, so you have a V shape here. To do the actual cast on of additional stitches, you want to take your needle in your right hand, dive it down, pick up the yarn around your thumb, grab this yarn around your index finger, dive down again through the loop, and pull it snug. So we're going to do that again a few more times really slowly. Dive down with the needle, pick up the loop on your thumb, pick up the loop on your index finger, dive down through the hole, and pull it snug with your thumb. One more time. Pull it snug. Okay? Now, a lot of times you end up with that being pretty tight on one needle. And so one way to make it not so tight, so for example, what I mean by that is now when I go to knit with this, mine is not that bad, but a lot of times you end up with that just being so tight on there you can't stick your other needle through to knit your first row. So we're going to start this over, and I'm going to show you how to do it over 2 needles. That'll make for a looser loop. So we're going to start over here. Make your pretzel. Pick it up. There's your first stitch over 2 needles. Okay, and now we're going to just repeat the same way, only you're doing it over 2 needles instead of 1. Dive down, grab the loop, dive up, grab that loop, go down through the hole, and pull it snug. We're going to do a couple more. And as you see, now it's over 2 needles, so you have a much looser loop there. And we're going to pull one out, and you'll have a very nice set of wide stitches. So when you go to knit your first row, look how nice that is. You've got plenty of room to knit your first stitch and to do that. Okay? So now, anybody that's done long tail cast on and had to cast on a large number of stitches has run out of yarn before. And that stinks so bad because you have to start over. So one really cool trick, if you're going to cast on, say, 100 stitches or so, and you don't know how much tail to leave for that, is use 2 pieces of yarn. So you're going to do the same thing as you did with long tail cast on. Start out with your slip knot. So this time, it doesn't matter how much you leave down here. That's your scrap for later. So you've got 2 yarns on there. These can count later as 1 or 2 stitches. If you're just going to count them as 1, you'll need to knit them together at the end. Otherwise, you can count them as 2 stitches that you've cast on. So take the one that's attached to the first ball, that goes over your index finger. The one that's attached to the second ball goes over your thumb. So you're not going to run out when you're doing this. So you can cast on as many as you want, as many as these balls allow. So you just do your typical cast on again. And you can be assured that when you get to stitch number 98 of 100, you will have enough.